The school's popular Lara and her group of friends eagerly await of the arrival of the charismatic heart of Tay. As Tay entered the corridor, Lara and her friends blocked his path wearing silly smiles. Tay furrowed his eyebrows and looking at them with confusion. He wondered why the juniors were blocking his way. Yes, Tay is senior and they are juniors. Then Lara stepped forward and holding a box. Tay is handsome, the son of a billionaire and the top of student in his class. Despite his excellent grades, girls swooned over him. But due to his cold manner and quick temper, no one dared to get close to him. Tay rarely speaks and has only two friends, both of whom are his neighbors rather than schoolmates. Tay isn't friendly type, he is distant. Lara, Tay, I wanna confess something to you. Tay glanced at his wristwatch and then at her with a cold expression. It seems like he had no interest in hearing her confession. But considering Lara was a junior, he sighed and maintained his cold manner. Tay, hurry up, say it before my class starts. Just as Wine was hurrying to her class, she stopped at a distance when she saw Tay and Lara standing at the lockers. Lara, absolutely, I don't take much time to convince. As you know, all the boys in school are trying to make me fall for them. But I fell for you. I am proposing to you. Accept me, okay? The way she proposed to him absolutely made Wine laugh, but she managed to control herself and watched for Tay's response. Her proposal sounded more like an order, as if he had to love her. Tay narrowed his eyebrows at her as if she were a waste of his time. Tay, not interested, he said and about to walk past her to the classroom, but she extended her hand making him stop. Lara, Tay, I have everything. I'm rich and beautiful. So what do you want me to accept me? Tay rolled his eyes in frustration, but since she was a girl, he didn't want to show his frustration. Tay, you might have everything, but you lack love and you have quite the attitude. First learn what love is, you fool. When he said that, everyone stared blankly at him. He pushed her aside and left without giving her any more attention. That's it, Wine burst into laughter and couldn't control herself because even if Lara had proposed to him in a way, at least he didn't reject her so coldly. But when Lara saw Wine's love, her blood boiled and she wanted to confront Wine, but stop it when her friend gestured her towards the way principal was coming. Lara squinted her eyes at Wine and left, gritting her teeth. Time skip. The class had started and the teacher was also teaching something. The students were focusing on him attentively, including Wine. But Lara was still recalling the moment when Wine had laughed. Then Lara pulled Wine's hair, which made Wine groan unknowingly. Wine, what the hell is wrong with you? She kicked Lara's chair, but the teacher yelled at Wine. Teacher, Wine, don't you have any sense? Wine got up and said something in a low tone. Wine, teacher, she pulled my hair. She pointed at Lara, which made Lara's eyes widen and Lara also had to get up. Lara, what nonsense, I didn't do. Teacher, shut up Lara. First show respect to your teacher before you talk. Lara got angry, also felt insulted by the teacher in front of her classmates. Teacher, sit down and focus on the class. They both sat down and Wine was minding her own business, but Lara couldn't stop fuming. After the class, Lara and Wine glanced at each other. Lara's eyes were fixed on Wine, as if expecting Wine to address something. Lara, why did you laugh when they rejected me? Wine, if anyone in my place, they would definitely do the same as I did. Wine sounded like she was mocking Lara, but Lara was hatching a plan inside her mind. Lara, so I don't know anything and I'm a waste while you excel in everything? Wine, did I say that to you? Lara, you mean that? Wine blew out of her frustration sigh and raised her eyebrows. Why, yes, I am better at everything than you. So what? Lara, I'll give you a dare. If you win, I'll be your slave. If you fail, you have to be my slave. Wine, sure, what's the dare? Lara, I dare you to please stay in front of everyone. Hearing that, last friend was surprised and looked at Lara with excitement. They believed that they would definitely slap Wine if she attempted to do that, but they were even more surprised when Wine accepted that dare without making any excuses. Lara, you sure? Wine, are you ready to be my slave, Lara? She smirked. Lara, overconfidence. She shrugged her shoulders. Wine, come out and wash, I'll give you a shock. Wine flicked her hair shyly and turned around, and they followed her, looking confused. Jay was chewing bubblegum while scrolling on his phone, leaning against the locker. Wine looked back over her shoulder at Clara, who stood a few steps away with a frowning face. Wine gestured to Lara with her fingers, indicating that she was going to tear, but Lara still couldn't believe that Wine would do it. She believed that Wine would end up being her slave. Wine came in front of Tay and stood even though he was scrolling on his phone. In his vision, he noticed Wine's presence. He raised his head and looked at her with a questioning expression. She pulled him down to her level, then smashed her lips against his, not saying a single word. Lara and the other students were all frozen by Wine's stare. As Wine and Tay flinched, but he closed his eyes and moved his lips in rhythm with hers. A few seconds later, she broke the kiss. Before he could say something, his phone started ringing. He glanced at Wine, who was looking at Clara with pride. He attended the car and left from there, and Wine shrugging her shoulders and glanced at Clara. But poor Lara looked at Wine with a disbelieving look. Wine, my slave, how is my day? Isn't it mind-blowing? Wine smiled as she ran her left hand through her hair. I still can't believe it. How can he so stay calm? Is he in love with Wine or what? I know I'm regretting that I shouldn't have given there. Wine, what are you looking at, babe? She blinked at her. Lara, I'm sorry, Wine, please. Her face turned sad, but Wine tapped her shoulder gently and slapped her cheek softly with a smile. Wine, why sorry, Lara? It's okay, let's be friends. Lara looked at Wine with surprise and then looked at her friends, who were nodding with great happiness. Lara hugged Wine with a smile. Lara, I'm still wondering how he left without any response to your kiss. Wine, it's better if you still don't know about that. She bumped her head with Lara's. Wine was singing as she headed back home, acting as if nothing had happened today as usual, but a strong green hand grabbed her by the waist and pulled her towards the wall and pinned her against it in the blink of an eye. At first she was scared, but by his touch she recognized him as her husband. She tilted her head with a smile, looking at him while he gazed at her with a poker face. His face was glowing in the dim light brightness, and her eyes were admiring her husband. He didn't ask anything, but he raised his eyebrows, giving her a hint that she needed to explain why she had kissed him in the school. She answered him while looking at him with a naughty smile as her palms rested on his chest. Day. I saw when Lara proposed to you, but it made me laugh. During class, she pulled my hair so I could catch her. The teacher scolded both of us. After class, we had a little argument. She gave me a chair. I had to kiss you. If I win, she will be my slave. Or if I fail, I'll be her slave. He furrowed his eyebrows, surprised by the thought that Lara is now Wine's slave. Understanding his unspoken question through his expression, she quickly answered, Wine, I'm not that selfish. After you left, she apologized to me and we became friends then. He hummed and appreciating her behavior towards Lara. Wine, anyway, don't I get kiss my husband, who is dangerous to everyone but harmless with me? She asked him cutely, which made Tate chuckle, and he wrapped his arms around her waist, leaving no gap between them. Jay, if I had lost control during our kiss, you would have seen stars during the daytime, not at the night time. She chuckled and kissed his cheek. Wine, I wanna see the stars now. She winked at him, and he pressed his lips to hers.